Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and I'm joined as usual by Susan. Everything okay
Hey,
with you, Susan?
yeah, yeah, all set over here in Boston. So yeah.
Good. Cool. So this week we are discussing a movie from 1997, which won two Oscars for Best Screenplay and Best Supporting Actor. This movie stars Matt Damon, Minnie Driver, Ben Affleck, Stellan Skarsgård, and of course Robin Williams. This is our little discussion of Good Will Hunting, a story of a janitor who works in a college who turns out to be a mathematical genius, but he has problems of his own, and a teacher wants to help, and a therapist wants to help, and that's the story. So we will go over to Susan for opening thoughts on Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, here in the Boston Cambridge area, there are like two groups of people. There are the townies and there are the unis. The people who go to the universities, and there are a ton of universities. There's Boston College, Boston University, UMass, Boston, Harvard, MIT. Um, there are five community colleges. There are all sorts of other schools that are around about the area. And Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck, and Casey Affleck, and what's the other kid's name? The other one's name is uh, Cole Hauser, play townies, and they are, you know, a fearless foursome that go drinking and living, you know, doing life together, spending every moment not at work, hanging out with one another at the bars and stuff. And this this character that Matt Damon plays. His name is Will. He is a mathematical genius, as Lee was saying. He
Mm-hmm.
is he starts solving things on the chalkboard that are are problems in differential equations and calculus and other higher math that have you know, long flummoxed mathematicians, people, uh, and he has gained this knowledge, this level of knowledge in all things by reading and absorbing material, and he tends to be able to take it right from the kernel of knowledge into expressing that. So he's able to say, no, that's a slow way. No, that's a good. No, don't do that. Just trust me. I know what I'm doing. He doesn't want you to work it out on your own. He's just he's really aggressive with this one guy at a bar about the history of uh, the colonial system in the southern or the middle colonies, Virginia, and he just like goes into it, and he knocks this into this uni around intellectually, and then it becomes sort of there's a fight that happens, and he ends up in jail, and uh he's trying they the mathematician played excellently by Stellan Skarsgård. And right now, I can't tell you how much I appreciate Stellan Skarsgård. He plays uh, he plays Baron Harkonnen again in Dune, and he played Luthen Rael in Andor. Holy crap! He's played just like he's his intersection on all of these amazing pieces. This he's Bootstrap Bill in the Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, he just is. He's in everything, and he really is pretty ubiquitously amazing as an actor. He's channeled Brando. He's channeled you know um Michael Caine. He's channeled, and this one he's channeling uh Einstein, actually Einstein, and that is so fun. Oh my gosh, he's just he literally blows my mind. He's so cool. And they're always talking about these fields medals and stuff, and the fields medal is nothing to sneeze about. Unis at Harvard and MIT know the Fields Medal and know what it means to the mathematical world. It just means like everything. It's like, I'm listening to another book about a couple of kids who are going to Harvard trying to do create video games, and they're all talking about the Fields Medal. Like it's big time. It's like it's and this one, Lambeau won it a while ago. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. So yeah, you just expect uh Will to win it, and he's also being treated by Robin Williams' character Sean, who's another townie from Southie who has had a rough go in life, and is able to express that and express these other things, and Will just eviscerates him a couple of times, and it's just rough. It's really rough. Anyway, opening thoughts over. Back to you, Lee.
Thank you, Susan. Yeah, where to start on this? Opening thoughts. This will be the second or third time I've seen this movie. I can't remember. And all I can say is thank God for Robin Williams, because without him in this movie, this would really have been a bit of a drag.
Yeah,
I'm not
I guess.
knocking Skarsgård, I'm not knocking Damon, but without his powerhouse of acting in this,
Yeah.
it would have been a totally different movie, and I don't think it would have been as successful. Um, every scene Robin Williams was in, he stole it, and it wasn't a comedic role; it was a straight role for him, and he won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for this movie, and you can see why he put his heart and soul into this. Um, yeah, Affleck and Damon wrote the screenplay, so good on them for writing this together. I mean, they were fairly young at the time when they did this. Yeah, just for me, it would have been a drag without Williams in this.
Mhm.
Because I said nothing much happens in it. It's all talk and um, him trying to prove himself, but then sort of shooting himself in the foot because he's a rebel. Um, yeah, and and to be honest as well, what's her name, Minnie Driver. I don't rate her as an actress. Um, she's not a very good actress. I mean, this is her for me. This is her only big movie. What she's done. Been in loads of movies, loads of TV, but this is the only one what got a claim, shall we say? Um, I just don't know what people see in Mini Driver. Um, that's just my opinion. Please don't sue me. But yeah, it's the scenes with Matt Damon and Robin Williams make this movie for me. Um, it's just the rapport they've got. And it's a shame they're working it together a little bit more in the movie, but that's the way it was written. That's the way it was acted. Yeah, so that's my opening thoughts, Susan. Anything
All
else?
right. Yeah. Well, the other fun thing was the way that 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 Damon's character Will went after folks like the psychologist played by George Plimpton, and in the credits he's just called psychologist number one or psychologist, and then
Mm.
Francesco Clementi also he's not called a psychologist at all. He's called a hypnotist, but he's actually, in there acting as a psychologist, and that's great. And to argue with you a little bit, I have enjoyed Mini Driver in a number of different things. The things that I've enjoyed her in were things like The Riches with Eddie Izzard, which in which they play a couple of Irish, ethnically Irish gypsy types, and so that's I
But
enjoyed.
can I just can I just put in there? Is that because it's just
Yeah,
Eddie Izzard?
no, it's because of the way that she plays it. They uh
So I
uh
know you're a really big fan of Izzard. So
yeah, I know, but like that's a that's a good one that she's in, and also she was in Undateable, and then she was in let's see,
gee,
uh, Modern Family, and then yep, and then the Phantom of the Opera. Uh, so she played like the villainous woman in the Phantom, and that was good. Um, I enjoyed the fact that I also in Goodwill Hunting, I enjoyed that these cars that they were driving had personality also, because you could tell, you know, that there was, you know, something special about the way that they were gifting that red sedan to Will,
mhm.
because if you notice in his backyard, he has a car. It actually is a wax, you know, brand spanking clean, uh, black, land yacht, big, sort of elaborate car, but it probably doesn't have an engine in it or something. That's something that they could have easily have fixed, but because they wanted to surprise him and get him to move that way on the impetus of the surprise, his friends gave him a car.
Mhm.
And, you know, then they went by the house and, in that moment, that was Ben Affleck actually having to flex some acting stuff. And a lot of the time, people say that Ben Affleck is kind of wooden, so that's why he made a sort of a lousy Batman. But I don't know. I just don't know about that. But also, this movie is made by one of the producers that I actually wanted to work for really, 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 really badly when I graduated from film school. His name is Gus Van Sant. He made uh, The Drugstore Cowboy. He made Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. He made a ton of really amazing movies, and I really wanted to be in his crew because once you're part of Van Zant's film crew, doing audio, doing grip work, doing electrical work, whatever you're doing in that crew, you can rest assured that unless you fuck up royally, you'll be you'll be on everything that he ever does. He chooses people and he keeps those people with him for long stretches of time. And um, yeah, so he directed it, and his vision was like he made Harvard look gritty, or he made MIT, whichever university they were supposed to be working for. He made it look gritty. I mean, he had the the professors having to seek out who Matt Damon was in the boiler room where the custodians, have their thing in the physical plant. And that was really cool. I mean, like seeing that kind of, you know, it was way different from, oh, I don't know, the social experiment, that kind of sort of pretty, uh, you know, pristine, pristine kind of looking at Harvard, or looking at those unis. That that was really different anyway. And um, so he was able to do that with other things like My Own Private Idaho, uh, and um, My Own Private River, the story of River Phoenix, and the the best of Bowie, finding the humanity in Bowie. And so yeah, I just think that and um and I think that that was really great. And I also um I just I like the way he sees things. So that's why I wanted to work with him anyway.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, you just get a real sort of gritty street level kind of feel when you look at um, Van Zandt's movies, and that's fun. Okay, so after all of that, I just and you get to see these beautiful in this movie. You get to see the beautiful red line. Uh, you're sitting on the subway, and they didn't take any pictures on the subway from the um in the tunnels, but all in the when once it's become an L train, and so it's really that was really beautiful scenery of Boston, but gritty scenery, like the Boston that you know kind of all of all the people I talk to every day. That's the that's where we live. Is in that part of the city. In other words, Lee, I'm a townie, and that's the way I see the city. I'm not part of that hoi polloi at the unis, even though I have been like relatively educated on some level. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. And I feel like Sean, like I'm like he's sort of like, you know, the the kind of situation. Only he's so much more well educated than me. But, you know, Bunker Hill Community College is I mean and I haven't been there to take classes, but I've been there to support people. Anyway,
Mm.
fun. It's a fun movie. It is culturally adept at talking about the culture around here too. Anyway, yeah. So, what was stuff that stood out to you?
Two scenes stood out for me, and both I think both it was Damon and Williams together. Um, First one was when Robin Williams was talking about his wife farting.
Hmm.
Um, that was an ad lib. He just went off on a tangent, and that was Matt Damon's real reactions while filming it, and they kept it in.
Oh, wow.
Uh, you know, it's what they used to do with Robbie Williams, wasn't it? Just let him go off one, and we'll keep some of what he does. Um, and the other scene is it's with Williams and Damon again near the end of the movie. It's the scene, "It's Not Your Fault" scene. About
Hmm.
when they found out that he was abused by his stepdad, and Robin Williams' character Sean was abused when he was younger. Um, and he ends up with Will crying on Sean's shoulder, and a moving scene.
Hmm.
And you think, wow, a great comedy actor. But they always say comedy. If you can do comedy well, you can do straight acting better.
Hmm.
And Robin Williams has proved that in many, many cases in movies. He's
Yeah.
sorely missed.
Yeah.
Those are the two scenes what stand out for me in this movie. As I said, thank God he was in the movie
Yeah.
because I can't see anybody else doing that role justice. To be
Right?
honest,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's really good.
just um, yeah. I mean, of the time it was. I mean, how much? I think it cost about 10 million, and it broke the box office, so it was a success.
Yeah, what was it, like
Uh,
200 million, 300 million that it brought in?
yeah, something like that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's one of those movies where you've got to be in the mood to watch something like this, I suppose, because
Hmm.
it's not high octane, it's not action, it's not adventure, it's not science fiction, it's not horror. It's just a movie about life,
Mhm.
and it's it's well acted, but for me, it's Robin Williams stole the show for me.
Mhm.
As I say, it's many straight action roles he's did, and so this one where he won the Oscar for. So, anything else, Susan?
Um, uh, no, that it was, I liked how I liked how they had both Casey and Ben Affleck in it. Yeah, that was great. And then, you know, like um I mean that was really a deeply it was Manchester by the Sea is another one that Casey has done. That's really quality.
He won an Oscar for that, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, they these guys just know how to bring the results when it comes to their movies together. And yeah. Um yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. Um,
Cool.
okay,
So, shall we go to final say and score
sure.
for Good Will
Um,
Hunting?
yeah, yeah. I liked how they you know, they presented the dichotomy of life in this city.
Mm-hmm.
They they showed the two sides, but they showed that the uni side was could be as gritty because of all of the shit that other people have gone through, but that the child um the childhood of all of these characters played into where they are now, and that was pretty amazing. But that the fact that Will Hunting was actually actively seeking knowledge and trying to really feed his palace. I'll give this nine uh nine chalkboards full of equations out of 10. And um yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. So I think I made a good choice. Anyway, over to you, Lee.
I'll give it 9. Me personally, yeah, as I said, without a certain actor, this movie would have been a hard slog to get through.
Mhm.
Um, good acting. Um, I mean, it's a basic story, really. There's no, you can understand what's going on. I'll give this 8. 8 janitor mopping buckets out of 10. Um, it's a good movie, if it, only for Robin Williams' performance. Matt Damon has a great performance in this as well.
Mhm.
Um, as for a young actor to pull this off, you can't knock it. Yeah, 8 for me. Um, so that's our review of Good Will Hunting. If you guys out there have seen it, did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know. Leave a message below on the video. You'll
Do
find
you
this
want to
video
argue with Lee
shared about
about
on.
Mini Driver?
Oh, see, she has Mini Driver. It's overrated. She's done one good movie, and it's this one. All the other movies she's been in, I've never heard of.
Mm.
I don't know where she come from. I don't know why people rate her. But to me, she's a nobody. Um, and she's more than welcome to stay in America. Uh, I know I think she lives over there. Yeah, I know she's tried being making a pop career that fell flat on its face. So I mean, there's plenty of other actresses who could have played that part way better. That's all I'm saying. Scathing. I'm just scathing today.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
won't hold
Jeez.
back. But yeah, you'll find this video I share on all the social media platforms. So just leave us a message below on the video. And that goes for if you want to join us, leave a message on the videos or any of our videos, and we will get back to you. All we need you to be is 18 and over, because some things we discuss are 18 rated. So that's quite simple. All you need is a working camera and microphone on the device you've got, and we'll try and get you in. And if you fancy subscribing to our YouTube channel, please press the bell notification button. And yeah, it's not dinging Susan, and you'll get notified every time we put up a video. That's it, is it, Susan?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
it.
So I'm gonna go off now and work out an equation of how many people out there like Geeks Assembled. It's going to be a short equation, I think. Um, hey ho, and we'll see you next time on our casts. So bye for now.